Good evening, licence payers.
Good evening.
I wasn't talking to you, Guy.
I wasn't talking to you, Adam.
So I'm Adam.
And I'm Guy.
And together we are passive-aggressive musical comedy duo Bounder and Cad, your hosts for this evening's comedy club.
On BBC Radio 4 Extra.
All right. But we're just kidding around, aren't we, Guy? We're great friends.
Yes.
Well, here we are on day 6 of Valentine's week,
Which started on the 7th.
as we explained here on the 11th.
So if you haven't already listened to that episode, pause this and listen to that.
It's good to do these things properly.
Or choose your own adventure, if you will. It's your life.
So today, day 6 of Valentine's week is Kiss Day. Nothing to do with the hard metal band.
More to do with the act, nay art, of kissing, because love is in the air this week.
So much so that I've written a one-off radio special to broadcast to all you snoggers out there on this, the eve of St. Valentine's Day.
But let's not feel too special about our special. There's a lot of great comedy coming up.
All right. Like what?
I'm glad you ask. 'Cause tonight, for the first time,
Yeah. Just about 10:30.
for the first time in history,
It's gonna start raining men, namely Steve Punt and Hugh Dennis.
in Creme de la Crime,
Well, not exactly for the first time in history.
but precisely at 10:30 when the chaps investigate the curious case of a fallen monk.
Then at just about 10:45 p.m, Bounder and Cad
AKA us.
present a one-off radio special
Stop calling it that.
in which we drill right down to the roots of Valentine's Day and look at some of the odd things that have been said through the ages in so-called love songs.
And we're calling it Funny Valentine.
Then at 11 p.m, New Zealand's fourth most popular guitar-based digibongo a cappella rap funk comedy folk duo, Flight of the Conchords.
The band's future is threatened when Brett goes on a date.
But we start this Valentine's Eve with a shiny new sitcom called Reincarnathan, about a guy called Nathan, who didn't really nail life the first time round, so he's been reincarnated as a shrimp.
It stars Daniel Rigby, Diane Morgan, and a special guest, Miles Jupp.
Wait a minute, Sam, cut the music. Did you say Miles Jupp?
Yep.
Again? That's the third night in a row now.
It's true. Repeat listeners will know that yesterday we felt it our civic duty to flag up the glaring fact that the award-winning comedian, initials MJ, had appeared in 2 different comedy club programmes 2 nights on the trot.
And now it's 3. Twitter is in uproar with the trending hashtag #uppity-juppity ? One astute Twitterato has even calculated that, by the end of the upcoming episode, this week's comedy club will have clocked up an alarming average of 0.39 miles per hour.
Across the Twitterverse, though, others have hit back furiously, saying that Miles Jupp is just really good.
Well, whatever bias you're into, here's that sitcom.
And Reincarnathan will be returning, like Nathan himself, at the same time next week, with guest stars Bill Oddie and Hugh Dennis.
Wait a minute, bias klaxon. Hugh Dennis, isn't he also in the programme that we're about to introduce?
Chill your beans, Uncle Ben. We BBC biased bulldogs can't be working overtime. Why don't we just crack open a cola and relax for once in our lives? Come on, quick cola for during the jingle.
Okay.
Great.
Why have you opened 3?
The third's for our pianist, Sam.
Of course. Sorry, Sam.
It's okay. I'm used to you ignoring me.
Yeesh, sorry, Sam.
I suppose you don't really get the airtime you deserve.
Tell you what, how about we hand over to you right now?
What a brilliant idea. Yeah, Sam, come over here. Come, take the mic. Yeah? Okay. Well, tell us your thoughts on life, Sam.
Well, for a start, you've got to have a strong...
Hello, listeners of the radio.
This is the Comedy Club. Here on the radio.
It's a lot like Back to the Future.
Crikey.
And really, to me, in a nutshell, that's the meaning of everything.
Sam, that really was fascinating.
And that was a delicious cola.
Enough about cola. Next up, we have Creme de la Crime, starring Steve Punt
And the aforementioned Hugh Dennis.
as Michael Feydeau and David Pershaw look into a mysterious matter concerning a fallen monk.
And in that slot next week, guess what we'll have, Adam?
What?
Knowing Me, Knowing You.
Aha.
From Alan Partridge. But now, to return to our overarching theme, it is time for what Adam is insisting on calling our radio special.
Yes, for tomorrow is the Feast of Valentine. He that outlives this day and comes safe home will yearly on the vigil feast his neighbours and say, "Tomorrow is Saint Valentine." Then will he strip his sleeve and show his scars and say, "These wounds I had on Valentine's."
Or something like that.
As promised, we now have New Zealand's fourth most popular guitar-based digibongo a cappella rap funk comedy folk duo, Flight of the Conchords.
These days they describe themselves as retired sex symbols. But in this episode, originally broadcast in 2005 on Radio 2, a more youthful and libidinous Brett is heading out on a date.
The Conchords will be back same time next week when, after the band splits, Jermaine must get on with auditioning new band members.
Spoiler alert!
Not really.
No, I'm saying that I'm about to lay down a big spoiler.
All right. Go on then.
So in the next episode...
Wow, I hadn't expected that. Now, our final programme tonight stars Greg Davies, Steve Hall and Marek Larwood,
a.k.a. We Are Clang.
in their 2007 series, Amazing Lives.
And in this episode, to celebrate its 25th anniversary, the writers and performers reflect on Gummy Monkey, the musical.
What?
Gummy Monkey, the musical. Oh, come on, you must remember Gummy Monkey.
So that's it from We Are Clang.
At the same time next week, we will have Count Arthur Strong, who will be taking a day trip to France.
Now, after all this build-up and theming, we hope you're looking forward to V-Day tomorrow. We will be back from 10 p.m, hosting an unreasonably sexy edition of the Comedy Club.